What is up, guys? Today we are on the third shelf of my recent releases, starting off with Ant-Man and the Wasp. This was a good follow-up to Ant-Man. These Ant-Man movies weren't as good as the other Marvel movies, but still a solid watch. I enjoyed them, lower budget. Paul Rudd does a great job, though. So, I'd recommend this to someone who hasn't seen it before. Then we have Skyscraper with Dwayne Johnson. This is a mix between Die Hard and The Towering Inferno. Great visual effects. Story leaves a little bit to be desired. Some great acting. Dwayne Johnson does well, so does Neve Campbell and Paul Schreiber. Or what's that his name? Here's a second here. Where is it? Here's it on there. Yeah, Pablo Schreiber, yeah. He plays the villain in this movie and does a fantastic job. Then we have the Equalizer II. Was not a huge fan of this movie. I have not seen the third one yet. I was a big fan of the first one, though. So comments down below if you've seen the third one, if the third one's worth watching or not. But this one I wasn't too impressed with. Then we have Mission Impossible Fallout. This is probably my favorite Mission Impossible movie out of all of them so far. Very well done. Great, it's a high budget action movie. You get everything you pay for. Doesn't leave you wishing that you hadn't bought the ticket to watch it. It is certified fresh too, which is real good for an action movie. Absolutely, all these Mission Impossible movies are fun watches for me anyway. Then we have The Meg with Jason Statham. When I first initially watched this, I thought it was going to be a super serious shark movie. And it turned out to be kind of a comedy action shark movie. It kind of knew what it was and didn't take itself too seriously kind of thing. I have not seen the second one of this one yet either. I heard that one's a pretty fun watch though as well. Then we have Crazy Rich Asians. I picked this up on a Black Friday sale. The trailer made it look interesting, and it actually was really, really well done. I enjoyed it a lot. Usually not my kind of movie, but really, really well done. Can't really say much more than that about that. Got Mile 22 with Mark Wahlberg. I had high hopes for this with it being a Mark Wahlberg, Peter Berg movie. The action's there. The story is not. I do like Equalizer in this. He does a great job in this movie. But overall, just average. Not that great. Then we have The Predator. And you want to talk about a steaming pile, this would be it. Talk about miscasting in every spot. Holy moly. You got Thomas Jane, the Punisher, in there, and you got him being a guy with Tourette's. And he's not even taking, he doesn't even put up a fight. This movie's a joke. This shouldn't even, I don't even know what they were thinking with this. Then we have A Star is Born. I bought this off of word of mouth from what I was hearing from people. And this was a really, really well done movie. Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga deliver big time. Never saw any of the previous two movies of that this is a remake of, but it would be hard to top this one. Then we have First Man with Ryan Gosling about Neil Armstrong. It was an okay movie. It wasn't the best. Kind of slow. I don't know, but I gave it a shot. It looked interesting, and it was an interesting premise, so I wanted to see it. But only average. Then we have Halloween. This is the first in a series of the David Gordon Green remakes. A lot of people absolutely loved this movie. I only thought it was average. I didn't think it was as great as people thought it was. I thought the Rob Zombie first one was better than this. Because, you know, you had huge chasing Michael Myers, you know, like as to where this one's back to the slow, deliberate walk. But, I mean, it was better than the second one in this series. I haven't even seen the third one. I heard the third one was almost unwatchable. But, I'll have to get it because I do want to have all the Halloween movies. You know, comment down below if you think that's a big mistake. Next, we have Hunter Killer with Gerard Butler and Gary Oldman. This is a fun action flick. You know, Gerard Butler is really good at those kind of B-movie action movies. And this one's it's a B action movie with a higher budget. And it's really well done. Gerard Butler does great, you know, as he always does. He's always solid and delivers. Next, we have Overlord. I got this on a Black Friday sale. Didn't know anything about it. You know, people kept saying, oh, it's part of the Cloverfield universe. It's not. But it is very, very, very good. I mean, this is probably the best movie I picked up that entire Black Friday sale. It surprised me in a big way. You will not see the ending of this movie coming. And with its budget, you wouldn't expect it to look as good as it does either. So, I mean, this is an overall fantastic movie. Check it out if you haven't seen it before. Then we have Widows. I got this on a Black Friday sale. I mainly picked it up because of the cast, and I regretted it. It is a horrible movie. It is a hard watch. Did not enjoy it at all. Kind of a waste of time, but I bought it, so I got it. Then we have Instant Family. I picked this up on the Black Friday sale a few years ago as well. Thought it was going to be a lot like Daddy's Home, things like that, because Mark Wahlberg's really good at those comedy movies. It's not along those lines. It's not as good, but it's still fun to watch. It's a very good, funny family, you know, comedy movie if you haven't seen it before. Then we have Creed 2, certified fresh, and it deserves it. All the Creed movies in this series have been absolutely fantastic. This one is no exception. I mean, I wouldn't even say that this is better than the first one. I'd say they're all, you know, it's equal to the first one. You know, it's absolutely fantastic. Loved it. Check it out if you haven't seen it before or you're a big Rocky fan. Then we have Bumblebee. You know, I'm kind of wearing thin on Transformers. I'm getting sick of this, to be honest with you. Been there, done that. They should be done with it. This is one of the better entries in the Transformers universe. You know, it's nice to see a different director's take on it, but still, I'm done with Transformers. This is ridiculous. Then we have Aquaman. Just like Wonder Woman, I was not expecting much out of this with DC always messing stuff up. Very solid movie. But of course, you know, Warner Brothers messed it up. So, you know, shame, shame. Then we have Cold Pursuit. Was not a huge fan of this movie. I guess it's based off of another movie or a foreign movie, but I was not impressed with this at all, to be honest with you. I love Liam Neeson action movies, and this one just was kind of meh. Then we have Captain Marvel. Great movie. You know, great origin story of a superhero I didn't really know much about. Great cast. You know, Brie Larson was perfect for Captain Marvel. I mean, that's the one thing Marvel's really good about doing is casting. So, I mean, knocked it out of the park here. Then we have Shazam. I do like Zachary Levi as Shazam, but the movie itself was kind of boring. And this is where DC really started to drop the ball, was with, you know, Shazam, and not seeing stories through all the way and whatnot. You know, it's kind of like they're only putting half their effort into it. Then we go from that to the absolutely amazing Avengers Endgame, probably one of the best movies of all time with some of the best scenes in cinematic history in it. So, I mean, you can't go wrong watching this. You should watch every Marvel movie if you haven't seen it, just so to watch this, because the build up to this is absolutely fantastic. Then we have Long Shot with Seth Rogen. This is an okay romantic comedy movie. Speechwriter and the president, you know, falling in love kind of thing, or congresswoman or whatever she was, I forgot. But I mean, it's a solid movie. I wish Seth Rogen would start